In the midst of us preparing to receive Volta or Turing or Ampere or whatever it is that Nvidia is going to call their next generation of graphics cards, it appears that they have not given up on the current Pascal series of cards, which probably shouldn't have been evident to us when we realized that we were getting the 1070 Ti and that they just need to get rid of some bin stuff that they've already produced. Anyways, with that being said, we have some new information that Nvidia is going to be releasing a brand new spanking GTX 1050. Yes, my friends, this is not something that's going to wet your whistle if you're looking for something high-end, but if you're looking for anything to replace your Ryzen 3 2200G APU or even Ryzen 5 2400G APU, then this would actually slot right in pretty well. You see, one of the main issues that people have had with the GTX 1050 is that it ran on 2 gigabytes of GDDR5 VRAM, which for a lot of games, even at 1080p, wasn't quite enough because the textures on brand new games such as like Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is even brand new, Witcher 3, which isn't even brand new, basically any game that was AAA that came out recently, yeah, you're going to use up all 2 gigabytes of VRAM right quick. So it appears Nvidia is going to be potentially, if the rumors and leaks in this one, because this isn't necessarily guaranteed information, obviously I'm taking this from a source. The rumor is that Nvidia is going to be releasing a 3 gigabyte version of the GTX 1050. But before we dive into all of the information that you can find in this here very video, this video is indeed brought to you by UFD Deals. Now, my friends, we had a video go up yesterday that was apparently taken down to community guideline strikes, which gives me the indication that maybe we're not long for the YouTube world with the UFD Deals channel. So we're creating a brand new website for UFD Deals. So I want you to stay tuned. There's no call to action for this right now, but my friends, I just want to let you know that UFD Deals is going to be taking on a brand new form in upcoming days. And this video is brought to you by our other entity channel. Like, it was a channel, but now I'm not so sure what we're gonna do with it. Anyways, yes, so stay tuned to that and let's get into the video. So this is coming from a website called EXP Review. The article is completely in Chinese. I had to have it translated, which I'm completely sure messes some things up completely because let me just read the title for you from my Google Translate. In the Volta video card, the old yellow hand is a knife, GTX 1053 gigabyte version, which is fantastic. So let's just go ahead and read a little bit of this article. So it says, with the exposure of the detailed specifications of the GTX 1180 graphics card, a new generation of 12 nanometer Volta-based game cards is finally expected to shine. It is expected that more news will be announced at Taipei Computer Show next month. But how can mortals possibly think of Nvidia? The new architecture graphics card has not arrived yet. The existing Pascal graphics cards will still be a knife. Before the GTX 1060 Guillotine cut a GTX 1065 gig version, now it is GTX 1050 and the GTX 1050 3 gig version comes out. Roadside news that the GTX 1050 graphics card will be followed by new products adding a 3 gigabyte version between the 2 and 4 gigabyte memory models. This news makes people a little embarrassed. Earlier castration of the 1066 gig version of the graphics card is the memory bit bandwidth from 192-bit casting to 160-bit. Took up 5 gigabyte of memory capacity and now how the 128-bit with knife. I got what they're saying. If you do not castrate the memory bit width and continue to maintain the 128-bit width, it is possible to use the previously used asynchronous memory capacity configuration. GTX 1050 graphics cards now generally use 4 memory, replaced by 3 gig version is 2 1 gigabyte, 2 512 megabyte. Yes, but this configuration also needs to find a suitable supply of memory particles. After all, the currently 512 megabyte of memory should not be much. So basically, what this article is saying is that we are expecting to get a GTX 1050 3 gig. There is a GTX 1050 4 gig, not as popular as the 2 gig model that we've seen around there. But what they're also communicating is that with the increase in memory, we're getting a memory bus reduction. So that means that instead of the 128-bit memory bus that we have with the 1052 gig, it'll get knocked down to 96-bit so that we could have the same memory bandwidth throughout the entire thing, even though the memory amounts are different. That's the general idea that they're trying to say. The issue with this is that the GTX 1050 3 gig could potentially be another Chinese exclusive card like the 1065 gig, which for some reason was a thing that Nvidia did. It's just how they're getting rid of things at this point, I suppose. The only thing that confuses me is that they're increasing the memory rather than cutting it down and not like releasing a 1051 gig or 1.5 gig. This is like them being like, we're getting somewhere in the middle of what we already have, which is an interesting move by Nvidia. This is something that they have recently been performing a lot, which is like just the minor tweaks and changes to the cards that they're already releasing, like the MX150. Apparently there's a low-powered version of that. The GT1030, there's a version that has DDR4 RAM. Everything is going a little wonky on Nvidia, especially as we wait to see what new graphics cards they are coming out with. But I want to hear from you guys. Do you care at all that a 1050 might come out with a 3 gig version? Do you have a 1050 2 gig and you're just like, dang it, I wish I would have waited till this news that nobody saw coming came out, because then I would have bought this? Or do you potentially just don't care whatsoever because people who buy 1050s are irrelevant to your life, because that's just how good you are, that you have your 1080 Ti sitting on a high horse rocking that bammy wham of a graphics card? You're a better person than I am, because I only have a GTX 1070 in a laptop from Wootware. By the way, hey, not only 1070, I love the 1070. It's been perfect for everything that I needed to. Thank you so much, Wootware, who sent me with this Wootware Wootbook to America on my travels here, since I'm from South Africa and I'm here right now doing all of my stuff. Wootware has their Wootbooks on sale on their website, where you can get them for really great prices, and they're just bare bone kits that you can add everything that you need it to, RAM, storage, all of that good stuff. Add that into the configuration machine. They can even install it for you, and then the price after you add all of that is still super duper competitive with what other model offerings are in South Africa. So if you're interested in a dope laptop that has sturdy construction, has some great features like an RGB keyboard, some of them have 144 Hz screen, IPS panels, this dope like little arrow thing that like turns off if you unplug, or yeah, it's not always there, which is fantastic. I absolutely love it. Anyways, this has gotten to be a weird product plug for them. But yes, I love my Wootware Wootbook. Thank you guys so much for i7 1070. It's been gorgeous, great for me to work on the go. Anyways, if you guys want to check one out of your own, if you're in South Africa, be sure to head on down to the link in the video description to maybe pick one up of your own. They start from the very bottom of Core i5 1050 Ti model, so it won't break the bank even if you're looking for a brand new gaming laptop. Anyways, that's gonna end it for this video. Be sure to smash the like button if you enjoyed this little analysis of the 1053 gig. Be sure to get subscribed to stay up to date on all of our tech related content. I'm Brett with the UFD Tech channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Cheers.